Hello boys and girls, welcome to today's video. I was hoping to record this when the UK had cooled down, but it is still piping hot over here. But we are going to go through the screenshots for the Vintage Vice City collection, the pre-order bonus for GTA 6, and the screenshots for the Ultimate Edition to see what we can see. If you do find this video interesting, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. We'll be covering GTA 6 news, as well as GTA Online updates, live streams, all that good stuff. With that said and done, let's get on with the show. So this is the first screenshot from the Vintage Vice City pack. As you can see, Lucia is dressed up like Gina Montana from Scarface, that scene where she's in the nightclub. Tony discovers her in the nightclub, and let's put it this way, shit goes down. But yeah, I really like that hairstyle on her. It looks really good, really suits her. Obviously Jason there looking real Miami, you know what I mean? This is the next screenshot. Obviously now we can see her heels and the shoes that he's got on, some nice slip-ons. He's got a Uzi 9mm in this shot with the Vercetti gun skin. More on that in a second. This weapon here, it looks very Walther PPK, World War II style. Not entirely sure about that. It's certainly vintage. Now this screenshot isn't anything necessarily special, it's just them dancing in the nightclub. However, what you've got to pick out is the way the arm is deforming here. It's not just bending like a video game-esque in the past. You're actually seeing protruding elements from her skeletal structure. I mean, I can't really pick out anything from this screenshot other than the fact she looks absolutely gorgeous. I really do like this hairstyle. This is a good shot of Jason and the Uzi 9mm again with that Tommy Vercetti livery. Now what's interesting about this screenshot is the way the light is deforming in the glass in a realistic fashion, you know. Plus again, the liquid, the glass doesn't look level, but the liquid does. This is the Vapid Stania that you get as part of the Vintage Vice City collection. I'm not sure whether it's just the livery or the car, but either way, it looks beautiful. The only thing to really pick out about this screenshot is the reflections. They are looking decent. No matter what you say about a Ferris wheel, you know, even in like the chrome over here, looking lovely. This is another shot of the rear of the car, and I tell you, it goes to show the level of detail we're dealing with when it comes to Grand Theft Auto 6. I know Grand Theft Auto 5 is, you know, we know it's a 360 title and there should be a jump, but this is something special. I mean, even down here you can see the paintwork on the chrome. It's not perfect. It's got so many little deformations in it. It looks so detailed. And this is to show off the Tommy Vercetti livery that you can put on your customizable weapons. You've got a pistol and an assault rifle here, a combat assault rifle rather. I have a feeling there are going to be certain vehicles that have gun lockers in them, so to speak, you know, gun cases. And again, a little bit like the horse in Red Dead 2, you're going to have to pick what you take with you. So this is the first screenshot of the Ultimate Edition. Now I would assume everything that you see in these screenshots are going to be behind that paywall that people moan about in the Ultimate Edition. I don't think it's ridiculous. I mean, they packed a lot into this and it's not that much more expensive. You look at UFC 6, which launched recently. The collector's edition had a couple of extra fighters, not very much else that was exciting, 7 days early access, whatever, but that was more expensive. And then you look at FC 27, I imagine like they'll come out with a bundle that's 100 quid. All you get is a few Ultimate Team packs. We always knew that Rockstar likes to have their premium editions and some premium stuff locked behind it, but they have given us a lot. And to be fair, this is game of the decade, so pony it up. But that's only $20 or whatever it is. I should work for their PR department, really. But here you can see Lucia in some braids, Jason in a nice silk shirt, and a denim jacket for Lucia. Not sure whether this car is part of the Ultimate Edition. I don't think it was mentioned. Here we can see Lucia's got a tattoo on her hand and again a customized revolver. You can see they've got Vice City on there and the golden hammer. some golden lettering as well. This is outside the Electric Fang tattoo. Not much to pick out off these motorcycles. The number plates are both Leonida. They're all wearing balaclavas in this tattoo parlor. I'm not entirely sure why. If we zoom inside, we see an arcade cabinet. Whether they're actually playable, I don't know. I'd like to think so. Next up, we see Lucia getting a tattoo. Now, what I hope is there aren't tattoos that are locked to NPCs. In GTA 5, you go into a tattoo parlor and you see an image on a wall. You're like, oh, I'd like that tattoo, but you can't get it. Or you see one on an NPC, you can't get it. It's not part of the list. And I'm not entirely sure why. I'd also like to think that we can choose a tattoo and then choose where we want it on the body. Obviously, sleeves would be locked to like legs and arms, but if you wanted that panther tattoo or whatever it is on your chest, you could get it. Look, even if we zoom in on the detail on the cling film, next level. What's interesting here, and we'll be able to see it in another screenshot, is the shoes, they bend. There's no like video game fold in these things. It's all deforming as it should be. Now we see her getting a tattoo on her leg. She's got one on her arm. It looks to me like a lady holding up a mirror and seeing death in the mirror. Yeah, an interesting haircut. So outside the Electric Fang tattoo parlor, again, you can see Lucia with her interesting haircut. She got a set of cards on her chest. Got a better look at her leg tattoo. Whether you actually need to spend time in the chair, I don't know. Or whether time will pass when you select a tattoo. But this is what I mean about the shoe. It's not got that janky video game fold, if you know what I mean. It actually bends and deforms. The same with the front. You can see it's actually stretching with her foot in a realistic manner. We go over to Jason, and looking quite gruff. I really hope that beard and hair growth is real time like Red Dead 2. Got tattoos. Again, I'd like to select the tattoo and move it about on the body. You got death kissing a woman there, and that one will never get removed. Never. Respect to that for the paras. Look at his back, again tattooed. That's a nice tattoo. Good detailing. This one is a python. I don't know whether it's got a set of wheels underneath it or whether it's lifting weights. They look like wheels. Again, there's the arcade cabinet. That one looks to be operational. Don't recognize the game. Again, these are girls who all got their face covered with balaclavas. Now this one features a TV show from the 80s. I forget the name of the show, but this is obviously a cartoon gator that's in the show. He's actually stood in the same pose as the GTA Vice City poster girl from the cover art, and Lucia's got an exclusive shirt as well. And the caps alone, for me, that makes the Ultimate Edition worth it. I do hope that they dump this into GTA 5 Online, the final DLC. That would be awesome. I wonder how long it will be before we can get t-shirts like this. I need those hats. I would buy those hats. This is our first look at the Grotti Cheetah, I think it's 95 Grotti Cheetah, looking real Ferrari, you know what I mean? Look at that. Now this building reminds me of there's a parking garage, a circular parking garage in the original Vice City. I'm not sure whether this is actually a landmark area or building in Miami. We've got the Pagasi South Tower, so this is probably near a hotel. A lot of car manufacturers these days have hotels, like the Pagani one in Dubai. This one for me really shows, again, the leap in detail. If we zoom in here, we can see on these lights not just the way the light is reacting in it, but the reflections in it, but the way the light is just perfect inside these lights alone. It's just next level. And then we zoom in on the floor and the detailing on the floor. This is some good stuff. Again, looking at the back of the Cheetah, we look at the number plate. Good Times State. I'm not entirely sure that's Leonida. I still think we're going to get another state in the game. But we did have leaks a long time ago that the interiors of cars are going to be very customizable, not just in how how they look, but like the steering wheel location, how far back the seats are. You know, I think driving in first person in this game is going to be much more of a pleasure than it is in 5, as long as NPCs fucking indicate. Here's a look at the Hawk and Little Morgan revolver. Whether it is a nod to Arthur Morgan, I'm not entirely sure. This gun really does remind me of the gun from the first Terminator film, like the ridiculous scope on it. Sarah Gunner, boff. So again, this is the customization of these revolvers. You can see Lucia Caminos, she's got a name on there. She's gone with a little bit of a gold motif over here. I always put a gold hammer on my guns in Red Dead Redemption 2, so that when my gun shot, when my gun spoke, say you're finished, it meant something, you know. When my gun fired, it was a special moment, you know. Weird. 291002, shout out to TGG for pointing out that this was actually the release date of the original GTA Vice City. And then we've got Jason Duval's gun here. This has 311006, which is obviously when Vice City Stories came out. Again, shout out to TGG on this one. I don't know whether, I had a feeling that this was an adjustable scope, but what that will probably mean in the game is when you're aiming, you press in the right thumbstick or something, you just zoom in a little bit closer. You see over here we do have a knife on some money, which if we rotate around, lost now, where is it? You see it does say Bobcat die pack, handle with care, explosive. So I don't entirely, I mean, that obviously explodes inwards, doesn't it, to cover the money in die? I don't know, I've never handled a die pack before. Lastly in this screenshot, which is actually quite telling, is the ammunition here. Now this could just be to prop up this gun, a box to prop up this gun, or we could see multiple types of ammunition in the game. Hollow point, explosive tip, some good stuff. Now this is a look at One Eye Willie's custom mod shop, which is part of the Ultimate Edition. If you just get the standard edition, you won't have access to this particular mod shop. If we zoom in on, haha, there we are, Gloriana, number plate from the state next to Leonida. Whether we're getting an extra state or not, I don't know. Literally on tenterhooks, we're going to have to wait and see. This is a screenshot from the PTT compound. It's a gang compound, and apparently you can rob it. Not entirely sure whether this is an exclusive mission to the Ultimate Edition, or whether that is a game activity that you can do within the game, and it's just this one particular compound, which is, you know, robbable. But you can see over here as well, this guy's gone ahead and modded his gun. Apparently he wanted it to look like a super soaker or some sort of water gun, whatever, his choice. But what's interesting as well is that the way the chains form around his body, they're not just a static mesh, they actually move with the contours of his chest. But you also got to note the CCTV as well. I think that's going to play a massive part in GTA 6. This is Jason's safe house. Now, some have speculated this is actually it towards the end of the game because it looks a little bit more done up. I'm not convinced. But down here we can see the custom mods that you can put on Jason's car, the bike, the army tinted Dinka that you can drive, and obviously his canoe, which must be early on in the game. You can see over here he's got a dockyard. Whether that will be able to moor the speedboat that you can get as part of the Ultimate Edition, or just launch the canoe, we'll have to find out. Got a nice little outdoors garden area there at the back. The basketball hoop, I'm not sure whether there'll be a mini game involved in that, but there you can see Jason. Has he got a beer in his hand? But yeah, as far as a starting safe house, it's pretty lovely. There's a closer look at the Dinka motorbike, the Army Dinka motorbike. Hopefully we can get this seat repaired. Jesus. So what's interesting is look at the shock absorbers. And this is the first time we've seen an in-game kickstand actually functioning. Here's Jason in his canoe. The really cool thing about this is the deformation in the water, you know, around his paddle, around the actual boat itself. You know, they look like they've put a huge amount of work into the water. Again, this is another exclusive store, Sarah's Unisex Salon. I think that these particular haircuts are tied to the salon and behind the Ultimate Edition, where you can see, I mean, this is incredibly detailed. The character models are just something else. Here's Lucia getting her nails done. Can't really pick out any hairstyles behind her. She's looking super fly. This is the Squallow. How far into the game you actually get it, I'm not sure. Obviously, Jason does have the dock at the starter home, so there's a good chance you will get it early on. You can see the scuba gear at the back as well. Underwater exploration is going to be a huge part of this game. And yeah, they're dressed like a couple that do own a speedboat. And again, look at the way the water's reacting. When you look at the actual boat itself, it is actually a really cool livery. I painted over my face there. Again, this is another look of our lovely couple on the back of the Squallow. Jason's there with a, I want to say a couple of beers or a couple of cokes or whatever. Obviously got the scuba gear. Lucia looking fine as hell. And some dolphins. Obviously aquatic life, just in case you couldn't see this, spot the dolphins. Aquatic life is going to be again a major part. The water, you can't do a game in Miami and ignore the underwater component these days. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going diving. And what's actually been pointed out is the amount of times that NPCs or characters have been posing in the game. Whether we can choose to sit on the back of the boat, you know, like when you're on a certain spot in Red Dead 2, you can sit on the edge and look out across the vista. Apparently this here is a gun locker, so vehicles will have gun lockers in them. Again, you're gonna have to choose what you take with you. So what's interesting about this screenshot is we do have a police livery buzzard. Obviously they've surrounded Lucia and Jason, but you'll see in this screenshot there, he actually has an assault rifle, a gun of some type. It looks maybe like a sniper rifle, but they are being pursued by this coastal patrol boat, I guess. It reminds me of in GTA 5, those Priuses that the local security had. When you do the bail office mission and you've got to go to the Life Invader and you get pursued by those security guards. So it's not like the actual police, but they pursue you in these little Priuses. What's also been pointed out is the underwater neon lights as well. So deep into the customization we can go with the boats, not just liveries. The next one is Jason and Lucia outside Stock 304 clothing store. You can see that Lucia is wearing a very detailed little fur jacket number and a nice little skirt there. Not entirely keen on that haircut, if I'm honest, with the bangs. Jason looking real, he's looking more like an NPC than the main character in that one, I'll be honest with you. This one, however, he's looking like a right baller. Look at that. Summoning his inner Arthur Morgan stroke Raul Batista. Now, I'm not sure what these are. They look like the top of spray paint cans. Now he's pulling out a weapon, looks like a Glock sort of thing. There's another one of Lucia in some exclusive clothing. And here's a look at the exclusive Vapid buggy. I mean, off-road vehicles look like they play a massive part in this game, and I'm excited for it. Just the detail in the mud, and you can see the foliage as well. It's just gone to the next level. This is a really great screenshot. Really goes to show the level of detail that we can get out of this game. Another view of a interior. You've got to assume that this is highly customizable. Again, in this screenshot, I keep looking towards the ground and how realistic that looks, and the dust on the tires. The whole game, from top to bottom, looks like it's not missed a beat. Here's some of the exclusive retro mods you can put on Jason's Vapid Ganado. You can see you can actually remove the front number plate there. Look at the detailing in the grille. Honestly, I guarantee you a big part of this game is going to be customizing your vehicles for showing them off. The reflections as well. Nice little V8 in there. What's quite interesting as well is for a player-based car, it's not four-door. So you're not going to be able to use it on missions with, where you and Lucia pick up two other NPCs take them somewhere to deal with something. Another screenshot of Jason and Lucia lounging around. Again, are we going to be able to go up to benches or whatever and just sit down and chill out and strike a pose sort of look, you know, or is this done literally just for the screenshot? But we can see the tattoo on the back of Lucia's hand again, the braids, the hair looking really detailed, the chain again under the shirt, over the neck, deforming around the body like it should do. Jason again in his beautiful silk shirt. There's Lucia again with those boots, very, very nice boots. Again, see, Jason striking a pose. We can see he's got a tattoo on his hand, little sleeve there, the hairs on his arm as well, super detailed, and his watch. But again, is this just for screenshots, or are we going to be able to sort of lean against stuff? Time will tell. Yeah, there's those boots again. Another look at some more customization on some weapons. Lucia's got her name written on that one. That one's pretty cool. Jason Duval again, pretty nice pistol. Money clip. Again, I can't make out. I do believe that's a Red Dead Redemption 2 president. Again, look at the detailing and just the candle. Look at that. Mental. That's a standard bullet, not a hollow point or anything like that. Now this is a screenshot just for YM's car collection. This may be an exclusive for Ultimate Edition, or whether you get some extra cars that you can collect for the Ultimate Edition. Either way, you know, you go out, you find some project cars that you can do up. Whether it will eventually in GTA Online act like the salvage yard, you go out, you find a car, you do it up, you sell it on, make some money that way. Not that that's what the salvage yard does, but that sort of thing. You can see he's got his redwood sun visor, a couple of teeth missing, Vapid tattoo on his shoulder. Thank you for joining us for today's video. If you did like it, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. Down below. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one.